Hello and welcome to this episode of Chai with Lakshmi. Today we're attending a very interesting event, one that involves a lot of single people. And if you're wondering why, it's not because I'm single, but because I think this is a very interesting concept that's come about in Bangalore that I think a lot of us urbanites would be interested in finding out about. Now, if you particularly take anyone who's single, about the age of 30, educated, well-traveled, with a lot of multicultural exposure, a thinking person, an independent person, they're probably quite particular about the kind of partner that they're looking for. They would prefer someone who's quite similar and probably with a variety of interests as well. Multifaceted, basically. So, where do you go to find these people? Perhaps something like Match.com or Shadi.com is not the best place. You really want to be going into places where you meet these people, preferably in an atmosphere where they're comfortable, you're comfortable, and not necessarily particularly on a blind date where you're sitting across the table from each other really wondering what to say. So here comes Flow, a new startup in Bangalore which is putting together singles in activity groups and letting them really mingle. Siddharth, thank you for being on Chai with Lakshmi.
You're welcome.
So we're at Jagriti today, which is a theatre in Bangalore, and Siddharth and his wife Simran, who are the founders of Flow, have brought together 21 single, contemporary, sophisticated Indians together in a theatre workshop so they can get to know each other and possibly find their flow. Siddharth, how did this all come about?
You know, Lakshmi, it's interesting. Simran and I were sitting on a dinner once, and we were talking about how we've got so many single friends, and all the guys are bitching that, you know, they can't meet the right women, and all the women are complaining that they can't meet interesting guys. And when we sort of thought about it, they're really nice people, and we figured that this problem is not just with us, but it's actually across the entire country. And in India today, there isn't a platform for urban, sophisticated individuals who are generally professional, well-educated and single to actually meet like-minded folks. So that was the genesis of the idea.
Okay. So how long have you been running Flow for?
We started this year, so since 2011. Yeah.
And how's it been so far?
It's been really interesting. So we started off with just inviting our single friends from our immediate social circle, and what started off as a trickle has now, you know, gone like really vibrant. And there's a long waiting list to get in to our events, and I think the people that are coming to Flow are really happy because we do a lot of feedback. We get a lot of feedback from them, and they've been very, very happy.
I like the sound of the waiting list and the happiness. So tell me, what makes the singles who are coming to a Flow event happy? Also, what kind of events do you organize? I mean, I know today, Sunday morning, 11 o'clock, there's a theatre workshop starting, and I know that I missed the last, wine tasting event. What else is lined up?
So we've got golf school coming up. We've got a cheese tasting. We've got a Bangalore walks coming up. We've got a photography workshop coming up. I think it's just going to get more and more interesting.
It's fun. It sounds like fun, and why not get out on a Sunday to not only meet interesting single people if you're single, but also learn something new and do something new. What a great way to sort of spend the weekend.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, that's the core of what Flow is about. It's so we're not a dating service. We're not a matrimonial service. We're just a platform for like-minded single people to come and meet. And if they actually end up meeting someone that they might be interested in romantically, great. If they don't, at the very least, they've had a fantastic day.
I have a question here. How many people actually wanted to get into this event, and how many are actually here today?
So for this event, without any advertising, without any publicity, we have a wait list of about 15 people. And we have 21 people who've already signed up. So we're sold out twice over.
Simran, Siddharth told me a few good things about Flow, but I really thought I should get a woman's perspective on how the women are taking on to Flow.
Well, the women have actually been fantastic, and we've had many more women actually inquiring about Flow than men, honestly. And I really think because they've women are so much more confident now. They really know what they want, and they're not shy about going and getting it. The elusive bit is really trying to find someone, who's like-minded out there, and when one hasn't exhausted, say, your parents' circle of influence, or your own friend circle, and the online scene is really very questionable. You really just anybody can go online and register themselves. And my husband did, actually, as a married man on a shadi kind of a site. I'm not going to name it. So it's really easy. So we want to make sure that we're really tight with the kind of people that come in. Our process is really tight of getting the people in, and women feel really safe. We ensure that people are single. Sometimes we ask for documentation from them if they have been divorced, and we tell them up front that we're going to need all that. If you're comfortable with it, you go ahead. Otherwise, perhaps this is not for you.
That's good. That's really good. And I hope your husband went on the matrimonial site just to test out the system and not for anything else, because I think it'll be, not good.
Well, he told me about it, and I'm with him 24/7, and I'm running this business with him, so I think he has little chance to go anywhere else.
Well, fantastic to hear about the women's perspective. Now, I think I should meet a couple of members and really see how they are finding the activities and what they're expecting out of today.
This was the first time that I was doing a theatre workshop, and it was good fun because it was, we were all walking around the place, and initially, that's how we loosened up. And then they gave us these expressions to do, and at the end of it, we had to enact a play, a 5-minute play within a group. So it was good fun.
So was it a good way of sort of getting to know everybody who was here today?
Yes, I think so. Yes, because otherwise, you see, I'm new in town, and you don't really get to know people apart from where you're working. So this is a good platform to connect with other people, besides your workspace.
This is probably the first such startup which is doing such a good job of social curation of people. So they're curating, they're understanding interests, they're understanding what kind of people would gel together, and then they put them together.
Okay folks, so that was fun at Flow and for singles only. If you're in Bangalore or visiting, you know where to head if you want to mingle with any of them. Until the next episode of Chai with Lakshmi, stay happy.